has got to go.
Trump has got to go. Ho ho. Donald Trump has got to go. I should have fully set this up first. Alright, I still gotta put this in the tripod. Yeah, forget the tripod, I'll just do this. Alright, I set my phone down for a minute.
Can the owner of the Wiggly Man turn him off? He's kind of loud and you can't hear.
All right. There we go. All right, I'm using the gimbal this time. Alright, before we get started, I'll show you guys our crowd so far. We're in Marietta, Ohio from noon till 2. So we still have a lot of people coming. And Joy, show us your costume! Happy No King's Day! And of course, we've got the big baby Trump over here. People are coming just to take their photo with him. The Trump baby. We've got multiple costumes. We've got a couple unicorns. There is somebody in an actual Trump blow-up costume.
How many democracy defenders do we have here today? Woo!
It's a beautiful day.
How many of you have done this before?
65 years!
Okay.
How many people have never done this before? All right, hey, we got some people, that's awesome. I tell you what, this is not an easy thing to do if you've not done it before. So I commend anybody who has picked up their courage and walked out the door and said, I'm going to fight for this country. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace. Justice, no peace. Justice, no peace. Justice, no peace. No peace.
So I want to thank everybody who has come out today.
Hey, sure.
First of all, I probably should introduce myself because I always forget. So, I'm Lisa Marilyn. This is our third one of these we've done here, right?
Yeah!
You know, honestly, I wish I could say we didn't have to do this. I don't know about you all. Although, you know, I kind of equate these two as a pep rally. Because we are all tired, we are all stressed. And I think coming together at these really fills that cup back up for us to continue to move progress forward instead of backwards like these jerks are doing these days, right? So, I want to give a big shout out to all of you who have stepped up, who are organizing, who are running for office. Just last night here in Washington County, we had our Washington County Democratic Spring Dinner. We had 12 Democratic candidates at our dinner last evening, which is absolutely amazing because Washington County has not had full representation of its community, its people. So to have that many people in our community running as a Democratic ticket is fantastic. So thank you to all of those who are running. I do believe Wood County also has a very large amount of Democratic candidates too. So go West Virginia as well. All right, so I'm going to have Kim come up for just a minute, and she's going to give you some safety information, and I'll be back.
Tell people to tag indivisible.
All right, and anybody who is taking photos of today, make sure you tag Indivisible MOV in those so we can get more views and shots of everything.
Hello everyone, welcome. It's great to see everyone out on this sunny day and here to stand up for democracy. Some safety information I'd like you all to take in. These vests, anyone wearing a bright yellow or bright orange vest is part of our safety team. We are here to help with any kind of safety concerns, and so if you need something, get one of us and we'll help. If someone is being disruptive, if someone is doing something out of line, don't engage with them. Come and get one of us. That's our job. Okay, some other things. The First Amendment to our Constitution guarantees the right to peaceably assemble. It's very important that we keep this assembly peaceable. I would prefer not to see people up by the traffic throwing the bird or shouting at passersby. That's not peaceable, okay? And we don't need complaints to the police department that we're being out of line. The police here have been very cooperative with us, and I would like to keep that good relationship with them. So, you know, when you're up on the bridge, then you can engage with people driving by, but don't do it in a rude, confrontational way that is going to stir up people's emotions in a way that might go backfire on us. We have had threats of people saying that, oh, if I see protesters, I'm going to drive into them. So I want you to stay off the sidewalk stay down in the grass. The sidewalks need to be left clear for people to be able to pass by. Don't step out in the street. We have people doing crosswalk duty. They will help you cross when you're needing to get on the other side of the street. But don't step out in traffic and put yourself at risk. If you have, and this is an indivisible nationwide rule, if you have any weapons on you, I'm going to ask that you take them to your car and put them away. Indivisible has a rule that all their protests should be weapon-free. So even if you have a permit to concealed carry, please go put any weapons that you have away in your car. If you have any medical needs, like first aid, or you need water, a Band-Aid, or whatever, the comfort station is over here right by the climate action tent. So go see Marsha or Linda if you need water, or maybe just a chair to sit down for a little bit, or a Band-Aid, or whatever. They're there to help us out that way. Also, if you lose track of your children, your spouse, whatever, the comfort station would be a good meetup spot. And because they're in communication with the safety team, and we can help you all get back together with your people. One last thing. There will be a drone flying over at some point during the protest. Bear with us, okay? Don't get scared. They're here to document the size of the crowd. If you don't want your face to be seen, when the drone does the flyover, just put your head down. The drone is pretty high up there. I don't think they can pick out individuals very well. But if you don't want to be seen, just put your head down like this, and they won't get your face. I think that covers everything. I hope everyone has a wonderful time, and that we have a marvelous, peaceful, fun protest. Thank you.
All right, back on either side of the stage, there are a few other things going on. We have someone from Washington County for Ohio that has 2 petitions that need to be signed. Marriage equality and what's the other one? Equal rights. They're both equals, right? So if you are in Ohio, you don't necessarily have to be Washington County, it could be anyone in Ohio. You can go over here to your left, or my left, your right, and sign those petitions for us today. West Virginia there are 2 petitions for West Virginia against war in Iran and changes for ICE. Just to let you also know, for Ohio, there is going to be a citizen-driven petition to put a moratorium and stop the data centers. So be on the lookout for that. So that's going to happen as well. Coming up on April 26th, the Quakers are having a silent vigil. So that information is also going to be at the Indivisible MOV tent. So Indivisible MOV, what is that, right? It's a nonpartisan group of activists started during the first Trump administration to try to change the actions of what's happening, getting people involved politically for the people of this country. So if you want to be involved in trying to help with this change, make sure you get over there to the Indivisible MOV to sign up, to be informed. We need emails, phone numbers. You can join us. We have a monthly meeting to go over what's happening and to try to drive initiatives to get change done. So we need your voices. We need your activism. We need you to get involved as well. Also, Okay, we'll do that. Also, anyone with Washington County would like to get involved with Democrats, you can also sign up over there as well, so we can get you in touch with everything that's going on. So this afternoon as well, if you want to do more protesting today and you just don't get enough today while here in Washington County, there is another one down in Vienna at 5 o'clock on Grand Central Avenue, there in front of Hobby Lobby and Walmart. Good place to do it, I guess, right? So that's going to be just a honk and wave, so bring your signs, bring your people, and stand out and just give a cheer, right? All right, folks. So, I'm going to call up our first speaker, if he's around. Actually, this is going to be Margaret Meeker.
Yeah!
You're looking at an angry white woman. No more war. Can you remember a time when we were not at war? As an 87-year-old, I've lived through World War II, Korean, Vietnam, Iraq 1, Bosnia, Afghanistan, Iraq 2, and now the Trump war. The only person I knew in World War I was a great uncle. He was gassed. I didn't see him work. He committed suicide in the early 80s. I had another uncle by marriage who fought in the Pacific. My favorite uncle served in Korea. A brother-in-law sat on the shore on a ship by Cuba. Wow, we're doing this thing again with Cuba. I had two brother-in-laws who served in Vietnam. One died of cancer because of Agent Orange. As an elementary student, way back in the 40s, I got under my desk during air raid drills because of the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I protested the war in Vietnam while I was teaching 6th grade at a local school and attending Kent State, working on my master's in education. 4 students were killed. We had tanks and troops move through the streets. I knew what it was like to have troops on the street. Why are we in this mess? I say, greed, racism. The history of our country only starts with some white men who came from Europe, and they imposed their beliefs on the native people in North America and some in South America. They went to Africa and stole people to work on the stolen land. They hired men to capture the runaway slaves. I am angry because I learned about our history in graduate school. And now this regime wants to take it all away. They want to erase our history. The names of black authors and poets, statesmen, veterans, a president, and a vice president. I am so angry because men and women and children are being picked up and sent to concentration camps like we did to the Japanese during World War II. Imprisoning people born in other countries without due process is against the law. Children and citizens are separated from their loved ones. And those of all ages are dying in prisons from neglect or murder. This use of ICE is the same as the men who hunted runaway slaves. Today, KKK isn't wearing hoods or sheets, but red hats and masks, which they didn't want to wear during COVID. I worry about my nephews and nieces who are of Mexican descent, who are biracial. I worry about my friends and all the children I worked with who were black and had families of their own. I worry about my students, my nieces and nephews, that they will get the proper health care they need and be able to vote, get a loan, attend the school of their choice, and love the person they choose to be their life partner. There is an old saying, if you don't like me because I'm uneducated, I can get an education. If you don't like me because I'm dirty, I can wash. If you don't like me because of my skin, I can only refer you to God. I turn to some of my favorite authors, such as Langston Hughes, who says, hold fast to dreams. Maya Angelou said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, what you did, but never forget how you made them feel. We just lost a great man, Jesse Jackson, who said, I am somebody. He wanted us to see our brothers and sisters of color. I leave you with our great new poet, Amanda Gorman, who wrote poetry after the killing of Good and Brady. Love your people. Fear not those without papers among us. If we cannot find the words, may we find the will. If we lose hope, may we never lose our humanity. Let us hug our neighbor and save one more life.
All right, Margaret.
Thank you,
Very
Margaret.
good. Yeah.
Great
Hi,
work
guys.
to live by, folks. All right, we also have another table. Where are they? To register to vote. So is everybody here registered to vote? Everybody? Do we have all of our young people registered to vote? All right, so if for some reason you're not saying you're registered because you don't want to be embarrassed, we do have a way for you to do that today. You also, if you think you're registered, maybe you didn't get to vote the last few times, you just didn't think it would make a difference. We all know it does. You can check your registration to make sure that you haven't been inadvertently, taken off the rolls. Let's hope that's not happening, right? So there are places that you can go to do that. Check with your local board of elections for here in Ohio. In West Virginia, it is the clerk, the state clerk's office, I believe. So you can do that. All right, so Now I'm going to have Mr. Brian Hayden give us a little rendition of On His Bullshit today.
Well, howdy, kids. It's Saturday. And yes, I am back on my bullshit. I am honored to be here today to share this day with you, to rejoice in this, our most basic of rights. The rights to say, enough is enough. To scream out, no more. 1 year ago, I stood here and I told of my oath to support and defend the Constitution. I declared that day that my oath never expired and my duty is ongoing. I have talked about the privilege of being asked to speak here, and some have asked me, what difference will it make? What chance do you have? I say, what choice do we have? It is about a place at the table. Now, I was always wanting my place at the table. When it came for time for what I thought was my place at the table, I was told, it's your turn to set the table. Your turn to serve the meal. Your turn to clean up. I was allowed to eat, but I was not given what I thought was my place at the table. Then I started to wonder, why is that? I started to question, why didn't I have my place at the table? Then I started to notice that other people did not have a place at the table. I went and I listened to their stories. I actively read the history of our nation. And I learned things that were never taught. The uncomfortable truth became evident. The system was working as intended. The institution was built this way. The Bill of Rights, the Constitution that I swore to uphold and defend, was not originally written for me. These laws, these rights, they were written as a compromise between the Founding Fathers. These rights were only intended to protect a select group. From the day of its adoption and ratification in New York City, the Constitution and Bill of Rights did not include everyone. This document had been signed by human hands in Freedom Hall, but it was exclusive. Not a single one of these rights was a gift to anyone other than the elite. And since that day, the people have fought, bled, and died for their place at the table. One of the first fights was over property. How much was enough to be included at the table? Now, this was just a trivial, almost petty fight, but it was a fight that foretold the struggles to come. 74 years after these rights were written, a bloody civil war pitted impoverished Americans against unfortunate Americans. The outcome should have been a turning point for our nation. This could have been a chance for a united people. In 1870, the 15th Amendment pledged to no longer deny the right to vote based on the color of a man's skin. Sort of. Jim Crow responded, grandfather clauses, poll taxes, and literacy tests. These were used to keep the undesirables away. The struggle was so strong to oppress voting rights that they invented this question: how many bubbles in a bar of soap? That question was used for years to test whether certain people were smart enough to exercise the right to vote. Almost a half century after the Civil War, women were finally permitted to the right to participate in the American process. The suffrage movement saw hundreds of women arrested, abused, and harassed for silently protesting. Protests that lasted years just for a place at the table. In 1920, the 19th Amendment was adopted, ratified. Suffrage was granted. Sort of. In 1924, the Snyder Act passed. The original Americans, the Native Americans, were finally granted permissions to be citizens. The descendants of the people that built the earthworks, not more than 2 blocks from here, built centuries before colonization. These people were finally granted this right. Sort of. 4 decades later, in 1965, after years of protest, more bloodshed for civil rights, our women of color were no longer actively denied the fundamental right to participate in this, the American experiment. Finally, the prohibition of poll tax was declared. That should have been the last hurdle. Every American now finally would have the right to vote. Sort of. 1975 finally removed the literacy test requirement for voters. In 1982, we finally saw the requirement to accommodate voters with disabilities. Sort of. Many polling places are still in churches that are exempt from the Americans with Disabilities Act. Now I keep saying sort of, because now the fight has returned. The powers in office now claim they have to save America from a problem that doesn't exist. They say, prove you are an American. That is their demand today. We know tomorrow's demand will be, prove you're a real American. Prove that you are patriotic. Being patriotic has never meant being obedient. Patriots are not meant to be silent. Patriotism is not comfortable. Patriotism is accountable to our community. I am tired of proving my worth. I am ready to kick over the tables. I refuse to accept the tyranny of power that separates, that segregates, that divides us from each other. I will not trade my humanity. I will not abandon my honor for the lie that is privilege. I have witnessed the oppression of privilege, the false claim of heritage. I have but one weapon, my voice, my words, and I will continue to use my words to teach, to inspire, and to fight for our human rights, for all our people. I need my brothers and sisters to be free. Free and treated equal in the eyes of the law. I desire a community where I no longer have to whisper, I am an ally. I am a safe person. I will stand for our human rights. Today, we gather together, not in rejection of America. We assemble in remembrance of the promise of America. We reject the attempts to exclude the human rights of all Americans. We demand that America live up to its potential. Thank you.
Justice, Brian. What the heck? Hello, I'm Trish Pritchard. I'd like to ask the singing resistance to start forming up. Do you want them on either side, Lori, or right all of us? Oh, just come on right up here behind me. That'd be great. Thanks. While they're coming up to sing some wonderful songs for us in a few minutes, I would like to ask all the veterans to give a shout out, wave. How many veterans have we got here today? Woo! Awesome, awesome. Our good friend Kim read this almost a year ago in the park, and I know all of you veterans took a solemn oath, and what I'd like to ask everyone here today to do is to join me in the citizen's oath. And so I will read a section, and if you all will respond, and then we'll have this, get through this, and hopefully I don't read it too fast, okay? So this is a citizen's oath. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the civic responsibilities expected of every American. Thank you all. Sounded great. Awesome.
Okay, so we've got a little treat here, folks. I don't know if you've all seen what's happening in Minnesota and what they've done to resist ICE. And what they are doing is they've got a big group of singing resistors. So Lori and I thought, what a great way to get people involved that may not feel comfortable with protesting, kind of, or being involved with organizing. We thought this was a fun way to bring hope to everybody. So here we are. If you would like to join the Singing Resistors, we will be having a meeting on April 9th at 5:30 at the UU on 3rd Street here in Marietta. Sorry, I'm freezing, so I'm a little shaky. So here they are. And feel free, once you get these songs down, they're not difficult, we would like you to join in.
Please join me.
Okay, so the next song, this is a song that they've been singing outside of hotel rooms where they've been, ICE has been staying. So you'll understand what the meaning of this song is.
It's okay to change your mind. Don't worry. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us, join us anytime. Oh, it's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage, leave this behind. Oh, it's okay to change your mind, and you can join us. Join us at the same time. Oh, it's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage, leave us behind. Oh, it's okay to change your mind. You can join us at any time.
It's been suggested that we read the words to you so that you understand what we're saying. The next song is called We Keep Us Safe. Our love for our people will conquer hate. Our love for our people will conquer hate. Who keeps us safe? Who keeps us safe? We keep us safe. We keep us safe. Our love for our people, our love for our people will conquer hate, will conquer hate. Who keeps us safe? Who keeps us safe? Our love for our people, our love for our people will conquer hate, will conquer hate.
Who keeps us safe? We keep us safe. We keep us safe. Love for our people. Love for our people. Conquer hate. We'll conquer hate. We keep us safe. We keep us safe. Love for our people. Love for our people. Conquer hate. We'll conquer hate. Love for our people. Love for our people. We'll conquer hate. We keep us safe. We keep us safe. We keep us safe. Love for our people. Love for our people. Conquer hate. Conquer hate. Who keep us safe? We keep us safe. Who keep us safe? We keep us safe. Love for our people. Love for our people. Love for our people. Love for our people. Who keep us safe? We keep us safe. Love for our people. Love for our people. Who keep us safe?
I Send My Hope. Okay. The next song is I Send My Hope. I send my hope. I send my prayer. I send my strength to those resisting everywhere. May you stand tall. May you stay true. May you walk forward toward the work that you're called to do.
I send my hope. I send my prayer. I send my strength to those resisting everywhere. May you stand tall. May you stay true. May you walk forward towards the work you're called to do. I send my hope. I send my hope. I send my prayer. I send my prayer. I send my strength to those resisting everywhere. May you stand tall. May you stay true. May you walk forward towards the work you're called to do. I send my hope. I send my prayer. I send my strength to those resisting everywhere. May you stand tall. May you stay true. May you walk forward towards the work you're called to do. I send my hope. I send my prayer. I send my strength to those resisting everywhere. May you stand tall. May you stay true. May you walk forward towards the work you're called to do. I send my hope. I send my prayer.
Awesome. Thank you, singing resistors. And again, we can use some more voices. Something to uplift yourself, just to get out of the house, to be with like-minded folks. Again, April 9th, 5:30 at the UU on 3rd Street. All right, so now I'm going to call up Megan Congrove.
Hello, everyone. My name is Megan Congrove. My pronouns are she, her, and I am proudly born and raised here in the Mid-Ohio Valley. I have the honor to serve as president of Parkersburg Pride and the Treasury and DEI chair of the Wood County Women's Rights Alliance. Thank you. Yeah. I stand before you today as a member of the LGBTQIA who is tired, honestly. Tired of watching our lives, our families, and our very existence be turned into political propaganda. I'm tired of politicians turning the 1% of the population, that is our trans brothers and sisters, into the biggest issue in our country. We're tired of it. The real issue, it's just a distraction, right? The real issue is the large cuts for big corporations, the billionaires, and let's not forget the Epstein files. Let me be fully clear. We are not a debate. We are not a wedge issue. We are human beings. We are your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends, your families. We are a part of this country. But you know, democracy is not self-sustaining. It works when people show up to protect it. And that's something that my community understands very deeply. Because Pride did not start as a parade. Pride did not start as a festival. Pride started as a protest. Yeah. It began when our community stood up during the Stonewall Uprising and said enough. Enough harassment, enough discrimination, and enough being told that they did not belong. And even today, our community is still fighting simply to live our lives with dignity and safety. Every Pride celebration we hold today exists because people before us were brave enough to protest and demand their rights. And our fight for dignity is deeply connected to the dignity of others in our communities too. Because no one, and I mean no one, is illegal on stolen land. And I will say that very loudly. Immigrant families are a part of the fabric of this country, and they deserve safety, respect, and humanity. We cannot ignore the fear that many families live with every day, while agencies like ICE carry out actions to tear families apart and leave communities feeling terrorized rather than protected. Standing up for human dignity means standing up for all of our neighbors. Full stop. But I also stand here as an active duty military spouse. That means every time a politician beats the drums of war, I have to wonder if the person that I love and the people that we love are going to be called overseas. Military families, we know that costs. And we know the decisions in a way most people never have to think about. We live with the fear the distance, and the empty seats at the dinner table. And too often, it feels like those sacrifices are made for endless wars that benefit the powerful and the wealthy, while ordinary families carry that burden. And that's why we're here today, right? Because this country was never meant to be ruled by kings, by billionaires, or by pedophiles. Yeah. This country belongs to the people. Full stop. Yes. So when we gather today and say no kings, we are continuing that American tradition, reminding those in power that this country does not belong to one person. It belongs to us. And if we truly believe that, then our responsibility does not end when this protest is over. Our voices matter in the streets, but they also matter at the ballot box. Seat after seat in the special elections that we've had have been flipped by single-digit votes, guys. Single-digit votes. That's the power of this. That's the power of ordinary people standing together and organizing and refusing to let our democracy be taken from us. So my call to action for all of you is this: register to vote. Check your voter registration often. Help your friends register. Bring your neighbors to the ballots. Help everybody get involved in this. Because the most powerful way that we can defend our democracy is by participating in it. No crowns, no kings, just people. Standing together for freedom, equality, dignity, and the democracy that belongs to us. Keep showing up, keep speaking out, and keep standing together with all the love and solidarity I have for you. Thank you for being here.
Tell me what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
No KKK.
No fascist USA. No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
No KKK. No fascist USA. No ICE.
All right, Sheriff, come on up. All right, folks. So I said that one next because you all know all you fascists bound to lose, right? So there's somebody walking around with words of a song from the great Woody Guthrie, right? Yeah. So if you don't have the song lyrics, you can look them up on your phone. And there it's going to be Bette Midler, you fascists bound to lose. All right. Are we ready? Do we have some accompaniment? Drum? All right.
Hey, all you singers, come on up. It would be nice to have a little chorus up here. I guarantee you, even if you don't know the song, within moments, you will know it. So one thing I want to say before we start this. It is so great to see everybody here. So one thing I want to say before we start this. It is so great to see everybody here. Okay, so